Welcome to Truth, Money, and Freedom. Today is Sunday, March 31st, 2019. And this is about 2 weeks old here, this story I'm about to show you. However, the other bill that Missouri, this is a bill, by the way, for adults aged 18 to 34 to own an AR-15 in the state of Missouri. And I'll cover that here real quick here, and I'll tell you why I didn't really cover it before. I'll read it as follows. Jefferson City, Missouri. A state Missouri representative's proposed bill could have people up in arms. House Bill number 1108, sponsored by Rep. Andrew McDaniel, stated that every resident of the state shall own at least one AR-15. The bill would establish the McDaniel Militia Act, which would require those aged 18 to 34 not legally prohibited to possess a firearm to own a semi-automatic rifle that is modeled on the AR-15 design by ArmaLite Inc. Any person who qualifies as a resident on August 28th of 2019 and does not own an AR-15 shall have 1 year to purchase the AR-15. Any resident qualifies as a resident after August 28, 2019 and does not own an AR-15 shall purchase an AR-15 no later than 1 year after qualifying as a resident, the bill stated. Here's the actual bill. Of course, like everything else, I'll link it down below. As of Friday, the bill has only been read on the House floor. There's no vote on this or anything. I'll give you my thoughts on it. First of all, I am pro-firearms. So I think you guys already know this, that our channel is definitely pro-gun rights. But I do have a problem with this as a libertarian. Whereas the state is, according to the bill, the state is requiring people to purchase an AR-15, and it would be a law, basically, that if you're between 18 and 34, you must own an AR-15. Well, I like the government telling me what to do. I'm a libertarian, so it's the same thing with, for instance, the Affordable Care Act that came through that forced people to get health insurance, and if they don't, then they had to pay all these egregious fines that, went up every year. It was a progressive fine. So that's my problem with the bill, and it does seem kind of stupid that, like, for instance, they're mentioning ArmaLite, which is a simple manufacturer. So apparently some money traded hands here in order to get this bill proposed even in the first place. And a bill like this I don't see ever passing in Missouri, requiring residents to actually own a firearm. Now, I'm not sure what the situation is in Switzerland, but in Switzerland it seems like everyone owns a semi-automatic rifle. And Switzerland has like the lowest crime rate in the world. I don't think there's lower crime anywhere other, that has their incredibly low crime rates. We know that when you have guns, when the citizenry is armed, that basically crime is anathema at that point. But this isn't a concealed carry weapon, folks. I do have an AR-15. I enjoy shooting it. It really is a lot of fun to shoot that gun, and I am not a hunter, so I'm just a sportsman. But this isn't a concealed carry weapon. This is a kind of a protect your property kind of weapon. And I don't like that this bill literally is saying that, it would be a requirement by the state of Missouri to own one. So how would they enforce that? And so enforcing it means they would probably have to come into your home. Because right now, as the law stands, they can't pull the actual purchase of the gun from a sports store or wherever you go to purchase your firearms, literally to, check on what you've purchased. They can't do that under law right now. They have to do that under a warrant. So, for instance, for those of you who are in Europe that are listening to this show, I'm in the heartland. I'm in a state called Missouri. But I do believe the FBI laws are consistent throughout all 50 states. When you purchase a gun, the store that you purchase it from keeps the record of the sale and the serial number of the weapon. But it doesn't automatically go to the government. So they have to literally have a warrant in order to go to or figure out where that gun was purchased and who purchased it and what day it was purchased and all that fun stuff. They don't automatically get it, is my understanding of it. So basically, we don't have official registration of guns in the United States of America. It is something that is wholly voluntary. If you want to register your firearms, you can do so. And I think that law enforcement enjoys, when people register, because basically they can get if a gun is used in a crime, they can actually get that gun and bring it back to the original owner if it was stolen. So that's really the only benefit of registration. But who would want a gun back after it was used in a crime? Basically it's probably a bad memory at that point. But at any rate, I wanted to bring this to your attention. Now, I have done a video, and I think a lot of you know this, that's talking about Missouri nullifying all federal laws that are basically against the Second Amendment. That I do agree with. So basically, if people want to own firearms, they can own firearms. If they want bump stocks, they can get bump stocks. If they want automatic weaponry, they can get automatic weaponry. And that would be allowed under the state. And then, of course, federal law would no longer apply under, that would be the 10th Amendment, states' rights. So that one I do approve of. I do like that one, and that one probably has a much bigger chance of passing than this one does, the McDaniel Militia Act. So that's just my impression. That's my opinion. Others may disagree with me, but the state forcing something on you is something that I definitely don't agree with. It's like I said, the libertarian in me, where I really just don't want government telling me what to do. I don't want them collecting taxes from me either. So it's not like I'm wanting to receive some kind of benefit from government but don't want to pay taxes. That's not the deal. I don't want anything from government, and I don't want them taking taxes, and I don't want them telling me what to do. And that's kind of a libertarian / anarchist point of view, where you just want government out of your life. But this is linked below, guys, if you want to take a look at it, if you want to read the bill, as it was actually read on the House floor, actually. And that's what this article, basically brings to us. So at any rate, that's my take on it. And if you haven't seen the video that I've done on the actual proposed bill to nullify all federal laws against the Second Amendment, I'll link it below in this video as well, so you guys can take a look at that. But thank you so much for listening and taking a few minutes of your day to actually listen to what I have to say here. And I'm going to end with my libertarian statement. Income tax, so you know you don't own your labor. Sales tax, in case you thought you owned that money. Inflation, just in case you're foolish enough to save. Capital gains tax to punish you for trying to get ahead of inflation. Property tax, so you know you can't own anything. Inheritance tax, so you can't pass on what little is left. Thanks again, gang. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you all.